Hello everybody, welcome to a Devas creation tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to grind XP, mob loot, essence tokens, and loot keys very easily. Now you're going to need two things for this tutorial in order to be successful. One is the most important. It's the crowd control attacks that do high damage. Now preferably you're going to want these at a little bit of a range, nothing long range with like a bow or an ice staff, and nothing too close like the sword spin ability. Generally, melees are great for this, at least how I play. Melees are great, but you might like longer range. In that case, you're going to be wanting to use whatever abilities available for you to kind of excel at a long range. So the other thing you're going to want is a mount or high dexterity stat, so that way you can outrun enemies if they get too close to you. So I was easily able to outrun the werewolf that randomly attacked me in the middle of talking just by pulling on the horse. So they are actually very, very useful, especially for outrunning faster enemies like the werewolf. So I'm going to be using these guys as today's example for enemies because they don't have any abilities. They go fairly decent speed, so it's hard to lose them. And they have a predictable attack pattern, so if you ever get stuck in a 1v1 with one and you're low health, you can just parry spam and then hit them until they're dead. So first thing you're going to want to do is use them out. If you haven't, again, it's completely optional. It just makes this whole process a lot faster and a lot easier. Then you're going to want to start aggroing enemies. Now, you don't want to get too close to them, just within aggro range. Don't get too far from their spawn or wherever that you found them. And try not to leave them far too behind because they will go back to where they spawned and they will get full health and they can leave mid-fight, so we don't want that. We don't want enemies leaving mid-fight because that's bad for XP. Once you get about 3 to 6, maybe 7 if you're feeling risky, you're going to want to have to dismount and lock onto one of the enemies and then start hitting them with crowd control. Now you don't want to get too close because that's the point where enemies start attacking you, and we don't want that. So you're going to want to save your melee abilities like sword spin for when you're finishing the job, because if you get too close like what you're seeing here, you absolutely get melted. So this isn't a very good attempt, but I'm still going to make it because I've done this time and time again. So once there's just a couple enemies low, if you didn't hit them with all of them with your group attacks, just finish kind of the job, seal the deal. You're definitely going to want to bring a lot of healing if you're playing melee, like I am. It's fine. The lowest tier healing potions works. It's 500 health a potion, and that goes in 8 seconds. As you can see, lots of loot, lots of XP. I was barely level 30 when I started this. Now I'm 8% in just by killing 5 enemies. Now, doing this takes about the time to kill 2 enemies, a minute and a half from what I've recorded. And it gives you a lot more XP than just running around and killing enemies individually. So it's definitely a good way to farm, and it cuts down the time needed to grind the game significantly. If you found this helpful, please leave a like. I'm going to try and upload more tutorials like these. Subscribe if you can. And that's about all from me. See you around!